The distribution of cash aid or Ayuda to qualified resident in Metro Manila begins today. We'll give you the latest on the ground live. Manila Mayor Isko Moreno shrugs off President Duterte's recent tirades and calls it political drama. 11 areas in Cebu are now under modified enhanced community quarantine due to the surge in COVID-19 infections. Cebu officials are now open to vaccinating children after 32 kids in Cebu tested positive for the coronavirus. And Errol Spence Jr. withdraws from his fight against People's Champ Manny Pacquiao due to an eye injury. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know as you jumpstart your day. I'm Charles Lejano. It is the first day of cash aid distribution for Metro Manila residents, and the Manila LGU is asking their constituents to practice self-discipline for an organized payout. To give us the latest on the ground, we now have Justine Punsalang reporting live from Manila. Good morning, Justine. Tell us what you're seeing.
Charles, today is going to be a good day for residents of Manila. Starting this morning, indigent Manilans will receive the much-awaited financial aid from the national government. In his Facebook Live last night, Manila Mayor Isko Moreno announced that the city will distribute the cash aid from the government same day with other cities and municipalities in NCR. A maximum of 4,000 pesos will be received by families included in the list of the City Department of Social Welfare. And just like the first distribution of Ayuda, the payout will be localized. MDSWOIC Ref Fugoso admitted that they cannot do house-to-house distribution, so face-to-face transaction will be implemented. This is why Mayor Isko is asking for self-discipline from beneficiaries. Health protocols like wearing face mask and face shield and implementation of physical distancing is still a must. And since NCR is in MECQ, beneficiaries are discouraged from bringing with them their minor children when getting the cash aid. Fugoso also reminded the public about the requirements they need to present in order to collect 1,000 pesos, a valid ID, and a barangay certificate. In Manila, distribution of cash aid is not simultaneously done in all districts. We received information that residents of Sampaloc, Pandacan, and Santa Ana will still have to wait in the coming days. This day apparently is focused to indigents from Tondo. Some of payout locations are Barangays 20, 147, and 151, as well as Marcela Elementary School and Jose Abad Santos High School. At past 4 a.m., MDSW employees arrived at Jose Abad Santos High School to prepare the covered court. Chairs were laid out for the beneficiaries while police are already manning the premises. Charles, currently we are at the Jose Abad Santos High School, and it is said that the payout will start at 8 a.m. However, there are still no people arriving here this morning, but the money is already here and just waiting for the official start of the payout. We received information that the payout will be per barangay, meaning that there is a designated time for barangays, and the next barangay cannot come unless the prior barangay has already finished distributing their cash aids. This is to avoid congestion in the distribution site of the financial aid. Charles?
Thanks for that report. Again, that was Justine Punsalang reporting live from Manila. Just your typical political drama. That's how Manila Mayor Isko Moreno described President Duterte's latest attack on his brand of governance. Maricel Halili has the report.
An LGU in Metro Manila and its chief executive earned President Duterte's ire on Monday night for what he says is an inefficient distribution of cash aid. Without naming names, Duterte threatened to revoke the LGU's authority to hand out cash assistance.
And it only results in disorder. So tinanggal ko muna yan sa kanila at ibinigay ko doon sa Department of Interior and Local Government, pati ang DSWD. Kayo na muna hanggang matuto sila.
The president also took a swipe at the unnamed mayor over past photos.
Naghuhubad, picture, nakabikini, tapos yung garter, tinatanggal niya. Hinili niya.
Manila City Mayor Isko Moreno is the only NCR mayor who had sexy films in the past. Despite this public knowledge, Malacanang insists the president did not refer to anyone in particular. The palace says the president is only concerned about Ayuda distributions turning into super spreader events.
Wala pong pangalan at walang pangalan ng syudad na nabanggit ang ating presidente. Bilang tagapagsalita, I cannot add.
The Manila City government instead let documents do the talking. It shared a DILG certificate commending their, quote, efficient and timely cash aid distribution process during the last ECQ. The department has also given them the green light to start distribution.
Mismong LGU ang pupunta sa mga communities para i-distribute ang ayuda. And ito na rin siguro ang paraan para ma-verify natin na totoong tao ang tatanggap ng ayuda.
The DILG sees no problem if the agency is tasked to lead the distribution.
Ang pondo pong ito ay galing sa national government. Ito po ay ayuda ng national government. So, pwede pong ang national government ang mamigay.
Mayor Isko is seen as a potential contender for the top post in next year's election. This recent issue comes after the DILG withdrew a show cause order asking him to explain its failure to implement anti-drug policies in 2018. He won the position only in 2019. Moreno shrugs off the recent events as usual political drama. For News 5, Maricel Harili, We Are One News.
Meanwhile, DILG Undersecretary Martin Dino says they will simply heed the president's order regarding their role in ayuda distribution. Dino also pointed out that Duterte did not mention any specific name or LGU, wherein the DILG and the DSWD shall step in and take over the cash aid payout. Although the DILG official admitted that it was pretty obvious who the president was referring to, Dino said they have to wait for a direct order before making any moves.
Ang order ng ating Pangulo ay magpapamigay, isusupervise ng DILG, at kasama namin ang DSWD, so be it. Yun ang mangyayari sa utos ng Pangulo. Kamukha ng binigay ng DILG ni Secretary Anyo, during the last trans, yun naman ang mga ibinigay na certification sa ating mga mayor, most especially here in 16 cities and 1 municipality. So it's the call of the President kung ano yung pakiramdam niya.
Meanwhile, 11 LGUs in the province of Cebu are now under modified enhanced community quarantine. This as COVID-19 cases in these areas continue to rise. These include the towns of Sambuan, Sibonga, Argao, Cordova, Oslo, Liloan, Consolacion, and Minglanilla. That's on top of the cities of Talisay, Karkar, and Naga. In an executive order signed by Cebu Governor Gwen Garcia on Tuesday, non-essential establishments will not be allowed to operate within these LGUs. Indoor dining services are also prohibited. However, all PUVs can still ply roads. A 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. curfew in all MECQ areas shall likewise be implemented. Only essential gatherings for health and government services, as well as authorized humanitarian activities, will be allowed. Central Visayas health officials are now open to inoculating children. This is about 30 children in Cebu tested positive for COVID-19. Gemma Vansenio with the details.
At least 30 children in a home care facility in Lapu-Lapu City tested positive for COVID-19. The youngest case is 6 years old while the eldest is 19. They're all asymptomatic. At least one staff worker has also contracted the disease. Mayor Junard Chan said they discovered the outbreak when one of the children underwent swab testing. The child and their family were on their way back to Iloilo and had to quarantine there.
Dahil doon siya sa home care nagsistay, doon meron tayong mga 60 plus na bata. Mayroong mga na-infected na about 31 na bata rin.
Health officials are still finding out how the children got infected. They're isolated at the facility's 3rd floor and are under strict monitoring. Since they're asymptomatic, they weren't brought to hospitals. Lapu-Lapu City's medical facilities are overwhelmed with the city already under alert level 4. With children getting infected with COVID-19, is it already high time to vaccinate minors? To date, only Pfizer has an approved emergency use authorization on children at least age 12. Moderna is still seeking EUA approval for an even much lower age group of 5. Other brands have either yet to apply at all or are still conducting clinical trials. But the issue boils down to supply. Current available doses are only intended for Filipino adults. That's why Health Secretary Francisco Duque urged adults to get vaccinated.
Ito po yung tinatawag na cocoon concept, na kapag halimbawa sa isang bahay, 5 kayo, babakunahan yung 4, yung bata doon, kahit na hindi bakunado, protektado na rin po siya.
Duque said they are still mulling over the inoculation of minors, especially those with comorbidities.
Ang sabi ng ating mga eksperto, we can consider actually giving vaccination already to children who might be having comorbidities. Baka ito po ay makatulong para mabigyan ng karagdagang proteksyon laban sa nakamamatay na COVID-19.
For News 5, Gem Avancenia, we are One News.
The health department emphasized the need for adults to get vaccinated to help protect their entire family against COVID-19. Speaking with 1PH's sa Totoo Lang, Health Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergere explained that having adults inoculated will provide a cocoon effect for the rest of the household. Vergere also stressed the importance of following safety protocols when going outdoors to prevent the spread of the virus at home.
We can only vaccinate all of those individuals, adult individuals in the household, magkakaroon ka ng cocoon effect kasi lahat kayo pinoproteksyonan nyo na yung mga bata. Sana po yung ating pag-iisip ngayon is not just thinking about ourselves this time. We think of our family, we think of our community. Ang isang pagkakamali lang po, ang isang breach in the protocol can mean a lot of lives already.
People's champ Manny Pacquiao will not be facing welterweight champion Errol Spence on August 21. This after Spence was forced to withdraw from the duel due to a tear in his left eye retina. The undefeated boxer learned that he had a torn retina during a pre-fight medical exam in Las Vegas on Monday. Organizers report that Cuban Jordins Ugas has agreed to fight Pacquiao in Spence's stead. Ugas won a bronze medal at the 2008 Beijing Olympics and will now defend his WBA welterweight belt against Pacquiao. Here are the stories to watch out for later today. We'll give you the latest on Ayuda distributions across the metro. The number of barangays with African swine fever has dropped to 29. And Nintendo will showcase more indie games coming to Switch. And that's how the day is shaping up to be. Join us again later at 10 a.m. as we monitor the day's biggest stories from sunrise to sundown. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Just register for a free account at www.signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime and anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.
Tabi ng suot